Hi, I'm Elif Shafak. I'm the author of The Island of Missing Trees, and I'm very happy and very honored to tell you that this novel has been chosen as Merton's big read. To me as an author, it is really very precious that this is an initiative that brings people together. I do believe that silences keep us apart, but stories, literature, brings us together and helps us to understand each other better. So I'm really hoping that this is a book, a story that will speak to you, that will resonate with you. The Island of Missing Trees is a novel that is centered upon two islands, Cyprus and the UK. So I've been reading about Cyprus, thinking about Cyprus for a long time, but I was not able to find a gate into the story until I found the fig tree. So it might sound a little bit surreal for me to say this, but I feel very grateful to this fig tree that is very much a central character in this book. I heard this voice, the voice of the fig tree, in my head, in my heart, so many times, and I believed in her. I believed in that voice, so I wanted to follow that voice. It was books that showed me there are other worlds, there are other possibilities out there. I was a very lonely child. I was raised by a single working mom. And growing up, I thought life was very boring. And it was Storyland that felt much more real, much more colorful. I wanted to journey there as much as I could. The doors of our libraries are open to everyone, just like the doors of literature are open to everyone. So for me, that's very important. I think we live in a very, very divided world, a world that pushes us into separate boxes and expects us to stay in those boxes once and for all. But when we read a novel, we journey into the psyche of another human being, of another person, and we look at the world through their eyes. For a few hours, for a few days, we become them. I think that's a very humbling exercise for the ego. And we have to make that journey as often as we can. I also believe that silences keep us apart, inequalities keep us apart, gaps, they keep us apart. But stories, I genuinely believe stories bring us together. When you read a book within a group, that is very precious. I honestly think in an age like this, in the age of hyperinformation, fast consumption, extreme polarization, when everything is reduced to sound bites, if novels are still alive, if they are still read, we owe it to our readers. A novel survives only and only if if a reader says, I read this book and I would recommend you to read this book. That word of mouth. A novel survives if a bookseller talks about it, if a librarian talks about it. So they are amazing champions. Readers, librarians, and booksellers are such genuine champions of literature, and I think we authors owe them a lot.